All right, ladies and gentlemen, you already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. We need to get to 1,000 viewers at least. This is another one coming from China Deep Dive. Shout out to them. I'm gonna leave the link below to the original video. But this is gonna affect a lot of you traveling people, people in business, etc., etc. Large name brand hotels being completely vacant, buildings just sitting there, bones collecting dust. It's crazy. This is in China. So if this is happening in China, which is also a first world country, well, at least some of it, what's going to happen to the hotels, the luxury ones in here home in the United States? Because some of these hotels that are closing up shop over there are also American branded hotels like the Fairmont, Hyatt. But yeah, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Which five-star hotels have disappeared in Dongguan, Guangdong province over the years? Emperor International Hotel closed in 2021. Kaijing Hotel closed in 2020. Prince Hotel closed in 2014. New Dongtai Hotel closed in 2009. Overseas Chinese Hotel closed in 2005.
Overseas. I mean, it looks old. I mean, look how all that black grime is just running down by the sim. I wouldn't want to stay in no shit like that. At least get the skyscraper cleaners and pressure wash that shit off the wall at least. Lazy maintenance, close that shit.
What you're seeing is the only five-star hotel in Dongling Mountain Town, Dongguan, Guangdong, Emperor International Hotel. It's been abandoned for 2 years. A drone captures the scene from above. Inside, multiple excavators are at work tearing down this once beautiful and lively hotel.
Huh. Look like somebody pissed on it. But, you know, when stuff like this happens, when large organizations shut down businesses, a lot of times people come in and steal all the copper and everything. It's actually pretty interesting once something this big gets shut down. I mean, breaking glass is minimal, but once you're inside, there's so much stuff you can steal and make use out of it. So the only thing that's really left of the structure is the bones, and usually that's still good. But as far as the elevators and everything, it's all messed up from everybody doing stupid shit and pissing in them and ruining the electrical and everything.
It's really sad to see such a luxurious place being demolished like this.
I agree.
In the past few years, the global economy has been tough, and many big hotels like this one have been struggling. Now, watching this hotel being torn down, it all feels so empty. The former splendor seems so far away now. Another luxury five-star hotel has closed in Huizhou Shuangyue Bay, and it's hard to believe such a big hotel can be shut down like that.
Yeah, it looks like a cruise ship. It's like the shape of a jelly bean.
This hotel is the Wyndham Grand Huizhou Resort Hotel, located in the Huizhou Port Tourism area. Now, if you search for the hotel on the map, it shows you that you can't book it anymore, and no other services are available. It's a situation that leaves many people feeling shocked and sad. In recent years, China's economy has been getting worse, leading to lower spending. Many five-star hotels in China are now facing closure. A lot of once popular and famous hotels are being sold or even auctioned off. Some of them, even when sold at very low prices, still can't find buyers and are left abandoned for years.
Do you know how much it'll cost to get those buildings up to par and running again? Yeah, you could get a good deal on them. You could buy it cheap, but then the money you have to spend to get it back to where it was, it's probably not even going to be worth it. And then they don't want to pay demolition fees to just knock it all down because it's too expensive to knock down and it's too expensive to run again. So it just sits until somebody finally buys it, I guess. It's kind of weird.
On March 20th, the Financial Freedom website published an article titled, "China's five-star hotels face a wave of closures." The article shared the following. According to China's Ministry of Culture and Tourism, there were 850 five-star hotels in China in 2020. By the third quarter of 2024, that number dropped to 736, a decrease of 114 hotels in just 5 years. Between February and March 2024, 58 hotel properties were auctioned off. Hotels like the Bulgari Hotel in Shanghai, the Sheraton Hotel in Shanghai, the Jinao Fairmount Hotel in Nanjing, the Westin Hotel in Chongqing's Jiefeng Bay, the Yuanzhou Grand Hotel in Ningbo, and the Jinmao Westin Hotel in Beijing, which once hosted the US president, were all put up for sale in 2023. In December 2023, the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Tianjin, the Intercontinental Hotel, and the Guanghe Valley Hot Springs were...
Look at that. It's literally in a hot spring. It just dips down in the... Wow, I never seen nothing like that in my life. And I guess behind it looks like some rice fields. Wow, that's cool. It's like a ditch. A hotel built in a ditch.
sold because of bad debt, with a total transaction price of 2 billion RMB. The Yusho Hotel in Beijing Sanli Tuan, where one night costs over 30,000 RMB, will officially close in June 2024. The Sofitel Hotel in Beijing is also for sale, with an asking price of 2.8 billion RMB. In 2023 alone, there were 124 hotel auctions with prices over 100 million RMB, and many of them failed to sell. A large number of five-star hotels also closed down in 2024.
Now look at these 4 buildings. This looks like something that'll never close. If it does, you just convert them into apartments. That's what they did during COVID, because they figured that a lot of the businesses weren't coming back, so they just converted the office spaces into apartments. But I guess for hotels, sometimes it's a little different.
So why are so many five-star hotels closing down in China? This is closely related to China's real estate economy, as real estate is actually the backstage player behind many five-star hotels. Let's take a look at the history of five-star hotels in China. In the 1980s, China was opening up and its economy was booming, with many foreign businesses entering the country.
Yeah, around the same time that Japan's infamous lineup of cars, Toyota and Honda, started hitting American streets and tariffs, it was booming. Businesses was booming, not only with the automobiles, but with the electronics too. Mitsubishi, Sony, Panasonic, all of them. It was just a good time. Wish I was adult age back then, but whatever.
This led to a growing demand for high-end business services. In 1983, Hong Kong businessman Henry Fok invested in China's first five-star hotel, the White Swan Hotel in Guangzhou. In its first year, it made a net profit of RMB 12.82 million, which was a huge amount at the time. After that, five-star hotels started popping up all over China. 20 years ago, there were fewer than 100 five-star hotels in the country, but by 2017, the number quickly surpassed 800. There are two main reasons for this. First, building a five-star hotel isn't just about making money from the hotel itself. It also helps local governments attract investment.
You see that? It's to attract investments. But look at this lobby though. I can get used to something like that. I can just sit back in my chair and just puff my cigars. Oh yeah, I can imagine it right now. One day we'll get there. We'll get there.
As a result, many local governments tied the construction of star-rated hotels to land sales. In other words, developers who wanted to buy land for real estate projects had to first build a five-star hotel. Second, with this system in place, many big developers jumped into the real estate plus hotel model. In 2000, China began promoting the commercialization of housing, and even though developers had to meet the local government's requirements, they still saw land as the most valuable asset and believed that building more homes was the best way to make money.
And land is still the biggest investment. They just don't know whether to put office and retail there, real estate, or hotels. They don't know. Resorts, casinos, it's a lot of stuff you can do. You just have to put it in the area where people have the money to utilize what's there.
Especially owning a five-star hotel could also increase the value of luxury properties. As a result, leading developers like Vanke, Country Garden, and Evergrande got directly involved with more than 100 hotels under their brands at that time. However, with the crash of China's real estate market, the fate of these five-star hotels became clear. Take a look at the video uploaded by the blogger showing a large number of unfinished hotels abandoned with a bleak scene.
Now, closing a hotel is one thing, But sometimes projects are just left abandoned because a lot of times they run out of money or they figure it's not worth it right in the middle of constructing the building. And I'm like, what happened? Did you guys mismanage the money? Like, why'd you waste all that time half-ass building the project and then all of a sudden you just decided, oh, we're just going to let it go? So you have a lot of these buildings that didn't even get to open and they just...
This is Evergrande's biggest unfinished hotel investment in Guangdong, costing 3 billion RMB. They hollowed out a mountain to build this luxury hotel in the deep mountains. The original plan was to create a star-rated hotel that combined leisure, entertainment, and vacation. Unfortunately, it was abandoned before completion, left in the wilderness with no one interested. Now it's overrun with weeds, desolate, and it's uncertain if work will ever resume. What has happened in Dongguan over the past few years? The only 5-star hotel, Zhangkai International Hotel, has also shut down. The extended Cadillac in front is covered in dust, and the surroundings are cold and empty, creating a desolate scene. Back in the day, this place was full of lights, swarming with beautiful women. It's hard to believe that this hotel couldn't survive through the tough times. Another reason for the wave of 5-star hotel closures is the unlimited expansion by developers, meaning they were buying up properties like crazy. On July 19, 2017, 3 major real estate companies, Wanda, Sunac, and RNF, struck a historic deal at the Wanda Sofitel Hotel in Beijing. RNF bought 77 hotels from Wanda worth RMB 33.6 billion for just...
So basically a lot of these hotels are just getting traded from one hand to another, from one organization to another organization. From the sounds of it, it's just getting passed down like a baton.
RMB 19.9 billion, a bargain price. This deal made RNF the world's largest luxury hotel owner with over 90 hotels at its peak, including top hotels like Marriott, Hilton, and Ritz-Carlton. The result of all this overexpansion was that RNF's cash flow broke down. Before 2017, the company was losing around RMB 100 to 200 million each year, but by 2022, its losses had reached RMB 1.53 billion. And it wasn't just RNF struggling. From 2010 to 2018, the annual return on investment for 5-star hotels in China was only between 0.3% and 4%, even lower than many mid-range hotels. As a result, RNF had to sell off its hotels one after another to raise funds. By 2024, Temasek, a Singaporean creditor, took over RNF's 68 hotel assets at a low price. In the video below, a blogger from Shenzhen shows us a large hotel that closed down just 20 days after opening, all because of cash flow problems. Invested 200 million RMB in Baxing Hotel in Bao'an, Shenzhen closed down in just 20 days. Why did it shut down so quickly? Let's find out together. This hotel is incredibly luxurious, and honestly, I have no idea why it went out of business in less than a month. As for all these little bath balls, fans can come to pick them up themselves. I have to say, this 8-star hotel was on a whole other level. When you walk in, there's a bar, and the mattresses are high-end Sealy ones with latex. The sofa is made of real leather. Each room has a big mirror like this one.
Yeah, it better come with a lineup too. There was a hotel, I think it was the Star Wars Hotel in Florida, opened up by Disney. It was only open for about a year and they closed it down because families couldn't afford the shit. It was like $1,000 a night. Kind of crazy, right? Yeah.
The bathtubs are huge, big enough for 4 people to fit in and take
so it does come with a lineup. Okay. All right. That's my type of hotel.
a bath together. Even the hotel elevators are this spacious. Every room is a suite, most with a traditional Chinese style, and there are tons of small items and decorations inside. The hotel has over 100 rooms, and now everything needs to be sold off. Another reason behind the closure of 5-star hotels is China's unique approach to development and construction, which often doesn't take into account actual market demand or whether supply matches demand. According to data from the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, by the end of the third quarter of 2024, the average price for a 5-star hotel was 599 RMB. Even in top cities like Shanghai, from January to December 2024, the occupancy rate of 5-star hotels was very low, with the average room price at only 960 RMB per night. In Beijing, according to the city's Culture and Tourism Bureau, during the first 10 months of 2024, only 3.93 million people stayed in 5-star hotels, a drop of 1.33 million compared to the peak year of 2018.
I'm like this. When people go on vacation, especially when they bring their families, they're averaging out about 10 to 15,000 right there, right? Just the plane tickets and airfare alone. So the last place these families come to are 5-star hotels. Most people don't go to 5-star hotels unless they either got it like that or these are business people traveling for meetings and everything. You want to stay somewhere nice, somewhere you can relax, somewhere with a nice spa. So of course you're going to look for a 4 or 5-star hotel to have all the amenities. You want the included breakfast, the brunch, whatever else comes with it, all inclusive. You want the total package. And you usually don't get a total package at a 3-star hotel.
Let's check out the latest observations from 2 bloggers who work in the hotel industry. I didn't expect that after entering March, hotel occupancy rates would be so low. The traffic is terrible. Many of our hotels are only at 20 or 30% occupancy. In the past, the lowest we'd see was 50%, sometimes even 40% or 60%. Now, seeing it drop to 20% is considered a good situation. A lot of competing hotels have occupancy rates in the single digits, and sometimes it's so bad that they're not renting out any rooms at all. It's honestly kind of terrifying to think that such a big hotel could have 0 guests. We knew 2025 would be tough for the hotel industry, but we didn't expect it to be this tough. Seriously, where did all the people go? We used to call this the off-season, but now it's more like the desolate season. It's really tough out there, with empty hotels everywhere. Some might say I'm just creating anxiety, but is it really necessary when the situation is really this bad? The hotel industry is really struggling right now. I used to think my hotel's bad business was just a one-off. Maybe other hotels were still doing. With China's economy struggling and foreign investors pulling out, more and more 5-star hotels are starting to adapt. One of the most noticeable changes is in their pricing. For example, the Marriott Hotel in Sanya, Hainan is now offering a deal where you can get 2 nights with breakfast starting at just 1,188 RMB.
I'm there. I'm waiting for my passport renewal right now. That might be the first place I go.
Some hotels are also slashing prices on things like meals and services. The Hilton in Longhua, Shenzhen used to charge over 200 RMB for its 5-star hotel buffet, but now it's only 79 RMB. People online are joking it's the luxury meal for broke people special. To make the most of their spaces, many hotels are also turning their guest rooms into large term rental apartments. For example, the Bulgaria apartments in Shanghai have converted their rooms into long-term rentals.
Alright, you guys, we're going to wrap it up right there. I hope you learned something. So basically, to summarize this video, a lot of businesses are pulled out of the China's economy. There's a lot of competition between other organizations, and they're just not making the money back to what they invested in to get out of the property. So basically, everything runs off of debt. They were just never able to get back the chunk that they invested into to get these properties built. So they figured it was a wasted investment because they built something and it's not making any money. It's just like a bunch of brand new cars just sitting in the parking lot not selling. So what do? You seize everything, pack up and go. This is Kyle Levejo, and now I go.